What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another RPG news video. Today we've got some big stuff for you guys here, but before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe if you are someone new, as I drop new RPG news videos all the time in addition to regular daily videos plus live streams as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it, and we're starting off with this former Shin Megami Tensei developer based game called Monark. Now, if you've been following up on what's going on here, there is this game that is being made by former SMT developers, and it's looking like it's going to release this year. So we've got an actual leak when it comes down to it, based off of some new information that has been found. So you know it's going to be some type of interesting, fascinating, dark type of RPG that could be extremely good, because most of the SMT games out there are high quality. Now, let's get into the topic here. So Monark, the new school RPG from former Shin Megami Tensei and Megami Tensei series staff, will launch on October 14th in Japan, according to the description in a trailer inadvertently published ahead of the game's planned reveal on June 10th by publisher Furyu. Pre-orders will include a special soundtrack album CD and in-game item downloadable content, 2 exclusive costumes for the protagonist, 1 exclusive equipment. Now here's a little bit of the first look you guys are seeing at the main protagonist, and we have the voice actors and all that, link in the description. Now the game's theme song, I think it's called Nihil, and I probably pronounced that wrong, is composed by Iori Kanazaki and sung by KAF. The background music, Hi no Juri, is composed by Tsukasa Makasuko. Now, both of the 4-minute debut trailer and the 6-minute background music introduction are scheduled to premiere on June 10th at 12 JST. The description and thumbnails have since been updated to remove the leaked information. However, platforms in terms of what this game is going to launch on have not been confirmed yet, but I'm positive that they'll probably announce it on June 10th. Now, if you're looking at it, I would think this would be probably PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch at a bare minimum. And then maybe if it gets released in the West, or when there is a Western release, they add on Xbox or they add on PC, for example. But I would think that it's going to be a PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch type of release. If you look at the previous Megami Tensei or Shin Megami Tensei games, that's pretty much where the audience has been, would be on the PlayStation and Nintendo systems. So I'm guessing this will be there as well. Now, if you look at the music, or more like you hear the music and you kind of see the visuals and what they're doing with the main protagonist, it definitely seems like it's going to be one of those dark, weird type of fantasy RPGs that players can really sink their teeth into and have a lot of fun with. But we're going to have to wait and see how it all turns out. We don't know if this game is going to be extremely good or not, but what we do know that they have a solid team working on this game based off of what they've revealed so far. So I'm just excited to actually see the reveal of it, and I can't wait to see exactly how the gameplay and the battle system and everything kind of shapes up here. So what are your thoughts on this new Monark game that's been leaked for October 14th this year, premiere coming in on June 10th, so very soon here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving on to the next topic here. We do have an update on Ubisoft when it comes to The Division and also Prince of Persia. Now, Ubisoft does have a huge Ubisoft Forward set to air pretty soon here with the E3 festivities going on. It's actually going down on Saturday, June 12th, so very soon here. And I would be streaming it, guys, but you know what? It's just tough because Ubisoft, you never know with them, and they have been known, like with their Just Dance and some other games, mainly Just Dance, to copyright strike channels, and then that screws you over because they don't actually release the copyright after a while. That's happened to me a number of times on this channel, so I don't know if I'll be streaming the Ubisoft Forward, but I'll definitely be covering it afterwards. But either way, the Division team actually wanted to share that unfortunately there will be no news on the Division at the E3 Ubisoft Forward, which is very unfortunate. And also, the Prince of Persia team shared that there will be no information on the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, and that game also got delayed out to 2022. So I'm guessing that is getting a full graphical overhaul. I think the game is probably done in terms of what they want to do with the story. Obviously it's a remake, right? And what they want to do with the gameplay systems and mechanics, because that was supposed to come out a while ago. It was supposed to come out like at the beginning of the year, something like that. Like it was supposed to come out a while ago, but they're delaying all the way to next year. So that tells me that everything's complete, but the graphics just need a huge overhaul. So I'm guessing they'll take their time doing that, and also just spruce up some more stuff that they can when it comes to the environments and when it comes to the gameplay and everything, kind of fine-tune, bug fix, all that good stuff. So I did want to share the message in terms of what they had to say. On Twitter, they said, "Agents, we won't be at Ubisoft Forward this year, but we invite you all to tune in alongside to hear the exciting announcements across other Ubisoft titles. The Division teams are still hard at work. New content for the Division 2 is on track for the end of the year, while Heartland will have additional tests available for players interested in signing up. We look forward to sharing more when we can. Thank you, Tom Clancy's The Division teams." Now, also with the Prince of Persia dev team, here is what they had to say with their statement. "Ubisoft Forward is around the corner, and we wanted to use this time to thank you for your amount of support you have shown us in the past year. As you might have already read, Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake will not be in Ubisoft Forward. We are making great progress for our game to release next year, but we are not ready to share any additional information just yet. We will share an update as soon as we are ready. Until then, we wanted to express our appreciation for your continuous support, as well as your patience with us on our journey. We're looking forward to the moment when we will be able to share more with you." So yeah, they're just taking some more time to just kind of shore up everything that's going on there with the Division and also with Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. Now, I do want to mention one more thing real quick, a game that could be at that Ubisoft Forward, and that is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2. I'm really hoping that there's something to share with that game. I mean, it's been, what, 4 years now? Going on 4 years since that game was first revealed at E3 2017, the launch year of the Nintendo Switch. So hopefully they have some surprises there for us when it comes to that. I know Splinter Cell's another game that people are looking forward to, so we'll see what happens at the Ubisoft Forward. So what are your thoughts on Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake and also the Division? No information at Ubisoft Forward. What would you like to see from Ubisoft at the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We have a pretty massive rumor here when it comes to Scarlet Nexus, the new action RPG from Bandai Namco. So Xbox already has a marketing exclusive deal with Scarlet Nexus. All the marketing rights, kind of what's been showing off. They got a demo early, so we already know about that. However, the next thing here is that Scarlet Nexus could be a day one game on Game Pass, and based off of what I've played from the demo, that is a very good game to have day one on Game Pass if you already pay for the service. So based on a recent podcast, the Xbox Era podcast, good friend of the channel Jeff Grubb had this to say, quote, "I think that's a Game Pass day one game is what I heard." He noted that deals for big third-party games coming to Xbox Game Pass at launch have come right before the launch, like with Outriders. So we still could see that. Now, you can still buy the game normal. That's the one thing that maybe some people are confused with Game Pass. Like, you can still buy it for the 60 bucks. They're going to have it on there, or you can just get it digitally, so not everybody has to have Game Pass, obviously, to get the games or whatever. You can just buy them if you want to. But for those who already subscribe to Game Pass, and this is not going to be the type of game that sells like, 10 million copies on Xbox, there's going to be a lot of people that probably won't play this game. But if Microsoft paid Bandai Namco to have this day one on Game Pass, I mean, that would be a big win for people that already have the service. So that's cool for that, man. And I've played the game myself. I haven't got around to the PlayStation 5 demo, which apparently has some really good haptic feedback with the DualSense controller, but I have played through the Xbox Series X version, the demo, and it is phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. It's a game that's kind of a really cool action RPG that I had a ton of fun with playing through. The enemy designs are horrible in the game. They're some of the worst that I've seen for an action RPG from Japan, but at the same time, it's still a lot of fun to kind of slash things up, kind of build up your skill points, and do all of that. So I do enjoy the gameplay, which is the most important thing about an action RPG, in my opinion, is making sure that the game is fun to play. So what are your thoughts on this? And if this is true, there is also another rumor when it comes to Tales of Arise being a day one game on Game Pass as well. So if they got both of these games with Tales of Arise and also Scarlet Nexus, a lot of value going into Game Pass for this summer when it comes to RPG gaming on the Xbox platform. So what are your thoughts on this, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the final topic here, guys, we do have a little bit of an RPG sales update on the eShop. I wanted to point this out just because there's a ton of games that are on sale. Make sure you guys check out the link in the description. There's a lot of different games on there, but I wanted to point out 3 games and 1 more bonus game. But these 3 games are pretty cool because Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 2, and Dragon Quest 3 are all on sale on the eShop right now at this point. You can get Dragon Quest 1 for $3.24. That's usually $4.99. You can get Dragon Quest 2 for $4.21. That's usually $6.49. And you can get Dragon Quest 3 for $8.11, which is usually $12.49. Now, you might want to hold out on Dragon Quest 3. We do have that Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake that's coming in at the end of the year on consoles and everything, so I probably won't be buying this, and who knows, they might bring over the other 2. But if you wanted to play the originals, and if you wanted to kind of see what's going on with Dragon Quest on the Switch beforehand, or even if you wanted to play it just so you have that original Dragon Quest 3 digitally and then get the physical copy or get the game when it comes out, they're all there for you guys to pick up. So you can get all of them there for less than 20 bucks. That's not bad at all. About 15 bucks, a little bit over that for all of these games. So pretty good. Not bad for Dragon Quest 1, Dragon Quest 2, and Dragon Quest 3. Also, the bonus game that I wanted to mention is South Park: The Fractured But Whole. That game is actually $15. It's usually 60 bucks, so it has a fat discount right now on the Nintendo Switch eShop, so you guys can check that out. Now, once again, there are other RPGs and stuff on here. There's Earthlock, for example. That game's $5.98, so you can go through and see what ones you think that you might like. Check out some reviews, stuff like that. And for me, once again, the 4 that I mentioned, those are kind of the big ones, but especially Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. If you haven't already played the originals, looking for something classic to play, old school, brutal type of RPG, yo, Dragon Quest is there for you guys to download. So, what are your thoughts when it comes to all the different topics here? The RPG news, things are ramping up here before E3 2021, and what is your favorite RPG or RPG series that you're looking forward to potentially being announced at any one of these companies for E3 2021? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Going to give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.